Lil Baby, Try to Love. Let's talk about it. How y'all doing? Welcome to Let's Talk About It, Music Reviews, Season 11. How y'all doing? Welcome to the show. Guys, honestly, I woke up in the morning thinking this wasn't going to happen because Lil Baby has not been dropping a lot of music lately. He said he's going to drop a whole ass album, and that never happened. But on Twitter yesterday, I saw Lil Baby's doing Wham Wednesdays, dropping a new song every Wednesday, which is pretty fire in my opinion. You know, I like it when rappers kind of do this thing, kind of get back into the groove of dropping music, and then that could work up, building up for a hype for an album or something like that. That's a pretty fun thing in my opinion. Guys, Lil Baby, Try to Love. I just got done checking out this song. Let's get into it. Starting off with Wham Wednesdays with the first song. Going into Wham Wednesdays, I'm wondering what we're going to be getting. I think we're going to be getting a whole different array of Lil Baby sounds here. But let's start off with the beat. Now, this beat is pretty, I would say, generic in my opinion. I think it's just kind of that simple, like, kind of dark, kind of piano melody. It's okay in my opinion. It gets the job done, but I'm just going to be goddamn real with you. It's a little basic. It definitely is. And then you just got those simple-ass drums that are just kind of in here, in my opinion. Those drums that kind of just settle in. There's just nothing much to them when you're listening to the song. The drums, they get the job done. They kind of do their thing here, but I'm just not really feeling it, in my opinion, And I think that 808s are not really hitting on here, which is kind of not really adding much to the beat. The beat gets the job done. And that's all I kind of have to say about it, It's just kind of whatever when you're listening to the song. So that's kind of a disappointing thing. There's no, beat switches. There's no nothing to really set this song goddamn apart. It just kind of stays the same. So that's kind of boring. But let's get into Lil Baby, because Lil Baby starts out... No, wait, let's not get into Lil Baby. We'll save Lil Baby for last, because there's this Lil Baby singing and a sample as the hook. So this is kind of that Jack Harlow kind of combo thing going on here. Honestly, how do I think about this sample and Lil Baby kind of singing? Well, I don't really enjoy it that much. I'll just be goddamn real with y'all. I think it's just kind of okay. At first I was like, what the fuck am I hearing? The Lil Baby vocals are really robotic. They're kind of terrible to listen to. They kind of got nothing to them. I mean, Lord Mighty, what the fuck was I even listening to? I mean, Lord, goddamn. It's like if you went to church and, the gospel singers were singing in robotic alien autotune. That's kind of what this hook sounds like. So, that's my only real complaint. Well, I guess it'd be two complaints. It'd be this basic-ass trap beat. And then it would be this definitely sample-ass fucking hook that it just kind of, perplexes my fucking mind when I hear this shit. Because I'm like, how do you think this sounds good? Did you, go with everybody, say, this is fire, this is going to be sounding good, etc., etc.? Did y'all, let other people listen to this song before you dropped it? Because, how in the fuck are these vocals on Lil Baby so terrible? Just let the sample play at this point. I mean, Lord Mighty. I think sometimes Lil Baby's a pretty decent kind of, melodic singer. Melodic rapping and singing. But, yeah, I don't think this hook is really hitting that much. I'm just going to be fucking real with you. So, beat, in my opinion, is kind of basic. And then that hook, in my opinion, too, is a little basic also. Now, the verses. Lil Baby only has one verse on here, which is pretty disappointing. But there is a beat switch and a flow switch, which I do enjoy. So that's definitely a fun thing that you have on here. But let's get into that verse. I'd say this is a pretty decent verse. It gets the job done. It sounds pretty good. I like the flow. I like the melodic rapping on here. Lil Baby actually sounds pretty good on here. And no real complaints, no bad complaints about the rapping. I think this is your, typical kind of love song, Lil Baby. Kind of reminds me when I listened to a Chris Brown song that had Lil Baby on it. Lil Baby kind of using that same thing here, that kind of melodic style. But I really do like that vocal switch up that happens too. There's that vocal switch up there's that slight beat switch up, and Lil Baby kind of switches his flow around and kind of keeps rapping and rapping and rapping, which is pretty fire in my opinion. Just adds a lot more to the song, makes you want to listen to it over and over and over again. Overall, I really do enjoy this Lil Baby verse. I think it sounds really good. The melodic flow is definitely there. I like that switch up. I think it honestly works really well together. So, guys, overall, when we talk about this song, Lil Baby, Try to Love, Wham Wednesdays, this is the first, version of, first song of Wham Wednesdays. I'm really happy to see we get, some consistent drops from Lil Baby every Wednesday. That's going to be fucking awesome, Going to make the Wednesdays a lot better, guys. Expect a Lil Baby episode on Wednesday. We're going to keep covering these as they come out, because why the fuck not? I really do enjoy Lil Baby's music, I think he's had a little bit of a fall off, Not really, a fall off, I guess you could say, but kind of, not releasing music. I feel like Lil Baby would just release music, release albums, do his thing, and say when he's going to drop stuff. I feel like he'd be fine, So that's my only thing about Lil Baby, but I like how Wham Wednesdays, he's coming back, he's dropping some music, consistently dropping some music. We're going to be seeing it. I can't wait to see more. Hopefully we get some more good rap stuff. If we're going to keep doing this melodic trap sound, let's make the beats a little bit better. Let's get the beats going a little bit better, in my opinion. Let's, switch it up. Let's add something to it. And that's definitely the big problem with Lil Baby's music. It's like I listen to his songs and I'm just like, man, can we get a beat switch? Can we get just something to this song to make it sound better when I'm listening to it? But, not much you can really ask for, in my opinion. But hopefully, as Wham Wednesdays improve, we get more, banger beats from Lil Baby. I swear the last song I reviewed from him, the beat was fucking fire. So this one's a little disappointing on that end. So Lil Baby, Try to Love. Overall, I'm just going to give this track a easy 6 out of 10. 6 out of 10, guys. What y'all think about it? Did you love it? Did you hate it? I don't know. Let me know. If you're on YouTube, Spotify, Pandora, wherever you get your podcast at, make sure you follow, turn on notifications, guys, and come back every Wednesday on this show. We'll be reviewing a new Lil Baby song on Wham Wednesdays. That's pretty fun. I'll see y'all later. You have a good one. Yeah, guys.